Well, hello YouTube, it's me, Fortmaster, and welcome back to another Swifty reaction. And this is Making Bizabizow's Concepts Real Again, Part 2. So, yeah, at the time of me recording this, I have no idea how well the first video has actually done. But I wanted to record it, anyways, because again, I had a lot of fun watching the first one, and there's a good chance that the video is going to go over really well, so I don't really think I have to worry about the video failing or anything like that. And, given, past experience, I'm going to assume that, people are going to like it. So, yeah, from what I remember of the previous video, it was very much like... I very much did like the designs he made. And granted, their quality as compared to the original drawings kind of fluctuated. And a lot of that, again, as I said at the time, kind of came from just, inexperience with new, construction techniques, because Swifty was experimenting with embroidery for the first time, or at least that's what he said. And I said that, honestly, all of the plushies were really good. My biggest, gripe, with, for lack of a better word, would have been just the lack of, the rounded, bulgy eyes. With the one plushie that he made that actually did have the bulgy eyes, being the Spring Bonnie one, where they were salvaged from another stuffed plushie. But each one was very good, and obviously his skill for making them was, obviously improving. So I'm very much looking forward to see how well they improve in this video, because, when I first loaded up this page, the top comment of the video is, so I think I did a pretty good job making this one, shows a perfect recreation of the concept art, so my hopes are high. But yeah, we should probably get this thing started. So yeah, of course, as always, original videos linked in the description if you haven't seen it yet for some reason. Corner video will lead to my Let's Play of the day. And if you like this video or any other video that I make, I'd very much appreciate it if you gave the video a like and subscribe to my channel, because almost 3/4 of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed, and I'd very much like that to change, because my next big goal is hopefully hit 7,000 subscribers before the end of the year. But yeah, with all that out of the way, let's get this thing started then, shall we? What was that?
Oh, we're doing another one of these again, aren't we? Hey everyone, I'm back. It's been 4 or 5 months, something like that. But the long-awaited sequel to the Bizabizow Part 1 video is finally here. But before I get started, hi, I'm sorry it's been so long since I posted a video. I was busy with school, but now that I'm on summer vacation, I should be able to release more videos more often. Starting with this one, I guess. But yeah, thank you guys so much for the support on the shorts and the reels and the TikTok videos that I've been posting about the Bizabizow characters. I'll be sure to make more of them because they do really well. So, and you guys seem to like it a lot, so I'll keep doing that. But yeah, basically I have 5 characters here to show off today, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Here we go.
Maybe this is better than the first video. We'll see how it goes, but let's just hop right into it with the first character.
Clear the stage.
Oh, Toy Bonnie, okay.
Show is the stage.
So our first character here is Toy Bonnie. As we all know, Funko's rendition of Toy Bonnie is not the best. It's probably one of the worst.
Honestly, what I said before about the bulgy eyes, it doesn't work when the bulgy eyes are focused on you like a predator. They have to be kind of wall-eyed so that they're... to make them look cuter and stupider.
I like this plush, but not because it resembles Toy Bonnie, but because of the weird nostalgia that I get from it. I remember watching a bunch of Mario Muffet Adventures videos and wanting this plush so bad, because I really like the blue. Blue's my favorite color, so, my little kid brain was like, oh my god. But yeah, it's not the best plush, not accurate whatsoever. So Bizabizow decided to make their own rendition of Toy Bonnie, and I think this design is honestly really cute.
Oh yeah, of course.
The eyes are big and derpy looking. The muzzle is a lot more accurate than Funko's, and it's a better shape overall. And I think I did pretty good in recreating this this design, but I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Here we have Toy Bonnie. This is basically the Sanchi version, I guess. Because as I said in the last video, all these concepts are Sanchi sized. But yeah, here's Toy Bonnie.
Oh, wow. Okay, again, that... Is this the one that comment was talking about? Because, like, honestly, like, again, like, the same gripe I said before about the eyes being flat. But, again, like, that is so, like... That so does not matter. But honestly, like, oh god, this is so good. I mean, you got the head shape down, the ears have the right fold in them. I couldn't remember. Like, going back to the drawing, did Bonnie, the Toy Bonnie's eyebrows, were they actually, like, on there, or were they with the weird flap ones? I don't think they were the weird flap ones. They were just, like, flat, right? But again, like, that looks wonderful. Again, being devil's advocate here and always pointing out flaws, like, I will say, like, maybe the shade of blue is just a little too light compared to Biz's drawing, but that is, like, so not consequential, like, at all. Like, otherwise, this is literally perfect.
It looks very nice. Let me just compare him to Funko's Toy Bonnie so you can see the real difference. For Funko's Toy Bonnie, obviously we see that he has a weird...
What is it with the eyes? Like, they're like I wouldn't even call these green. These are more like, well, they're not gray, but it's more like a weird turquoise. Like, what's going on there?
Expression. His muscle is very, very strange, and he has this weird separation between his teeth that doesn't make it look appealing whatsoever. And his eyes are just huge and not like cute looking, not in the good way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that shape is just very, very strange.
He also just looks like cross. He looks angry. It's like not angry. He just looks annoyed.
For Toy Bonnie, but Bizabizow completely fixes this, and I think I did a pretty good job replicating this.
Yeah.
The only thing I would change is to make these cheek protrusions a lot more defined and a lot more puffy, if that makes sense. But other than that, I think I did a good job. He has his folded ear. He has his his nose. I was about to say, what do you call it? This nose is basically just a circle of fleece that I running stitched, so then it kind of went into a ball shape.
Honestly, having never done anything, making clothes or cutting fabric or anything, like, I'm genuinely curious, like, what do you do to figure out, like, how you cut, like, fabric into shape? Like, how do you figure out the shapes you need to cut the fabric to actually, like, give it this sort of shape? Like, I talked about before that the main flaw when you're making a plushie is the fact that the only thing giving its structure, like, shape is how you cut fabric and how you stuff it. But, like, how do you figure this stuff out, just in general? Do you, like, you have, like, thinking about it, you have to have, like, a general just understanding of geometry and how the fabric will kind of, like, pull tight on itself when you actually sew it together. Like, man.
Because I couldn't find a plastic nose that fit this guy the best.
Honestly, like, the felt nose, I think that honestly looks better than a plastic one. Like, it fits. It honestly does fit. Like, that, again, it works.
But as I was saying with Funko's Toy Bonnie, this guy does not have that weird indentation in his teeth. He just has some squared buck teeth. His eyes are big and, well, green. I think I did very good on the eyes. I think Bizabizow's are a little more, like, apart looking, but I did them more, like, looking straight. You know what I mean? I'm horrible at explaining, but you guys get what I mean.
Trust me, I know the feeling.
The body is just a Sanchi body with a couple altercations. I tried to do that thing where
alterations.
The waist was, like, a lot bigger than, like, the top of it, but I couldn't get it to work. Hopefully when I make Toy Chica in the future, I can get that to work a little better. But yeah, basically he just has his limbs, nothing too special, and he has his little cotton tail right there. And last but not least,
yeah,
it
works. It's
yeah,
wonderful.
This is basically Toy Bonnie. Nothing too special. A very, very basic and easy plush. Honestly, it's probably the easiest one out of all the ones I'm going to be showing today. But yeah, that's Toy Bonnie. Let me know what you think of Toy Bonnie. Maybe when we tackle Shadow Bonnie, we can actually make those cheek protrusions a lot more defined and a lot more puffier, as I mentioned before.
Honestly, again, with this one, like, you barely need to do anything to make it like 100%. Like, again, I mean, I don't know how many times I've harped on about this, but like, again, like, you know, the eyes being more bulgy rather than being flat layered pieces of felt. But other than that, like, this is like, it is so perfect. I could very much see this just being on a store shelf as is.
But honestly, it's just a bunch of trial and error, and hopefully when we get around to Shadow Bonnie, it'll be a lot better. But yeah, play the music.
Why didn't you come out?
Balloon boy.
You guys said hi.
Man.
So for our next character, we have Balloon Boy, and the Funko Balloon Boy plush is kind of weird. He has a lot of printing, a lot of weird design choices when it comes to the body and the facial features, but I don't know. This guy, he's a good plush. I will give him that. I really like it for what it is, but it
isn't much.
Better. And I think Bizabizow's design does it justice.
Oh god, yeah.
The body for Balloon Boy on the Bizabizow design is a lot more puffy, a lot more plush-like, a lot softer looking, I guess. Not as like jarring, you know what I mean? It's a lot more appealing to the eye. The facial features are a lot more like cute and stylized than the Funko one, and I think this guy is just a lot better overall. And the thing that sells it for me is the accessories. I love
the balloon
that
and the
this Balloon
sign.
Boy plush has accessories like the balloon and the sign, even though they were kind of hard to replicate on my plush. But yeah, let me just get into how I made it and the challenges that I faced when making this guy.
Okay, so I mean, thinking about it. So I mean, you'd obviously need some, because initially I was like, oh, use like a cardboard stick or something, but then that'd be a little too fragile. So you'd probably need to go with something plastic. And like the balloon, I can imagine, oh, just, you know, make it out of fabric and stuff. It's that simple. But then like getting it into the hand and sticking it, yeah, I can definitely see, you know, things going wrong there.
Here he is. I think he looks amazing, honestly. I think this is probably like one of my favorite ones.
Honestly, again, like, that looks wonderful! Wow! God, again, like, okay, I definitely want to hear how he did the little props. That looks really good. I mean, granted, like, it's like, oh yeah, so what I would have done, but, I mean, I probably would have done, maybe try to find a different fabric for, like, Balloon Boy's skin, but at the same time, that's just adding, like, unneeded, like, complexity. So, yeah, I can very much see why something like that wasn't done. But, yeah, this is really good.
Ones that I've made so far. But yeah, here's Balloon Boy, and just as comparison, as we did with Toy Bonnie, we're gonna put him over here. Here is the Funko one.
Ugh.
Obviously, a lot.
Oh, God. God, yeah, it just goes to show, like, how much of a better design Biz made. Like, I want this. This is so cute. I wouldn't let this within 40 feet of my children.
Less superior to the Bizabizow design, in my opinion. The only thing about this design is, so let me just get this guy out of the way. Let's say I set him down, you know? You see how he tilts a little off to the side? That's because of his balloon. His balloon is very, very heavy. Like, I'm holding him like this, and I feel a little bit more weight on this side than the other side. Oh, he has a hair. Oh, okay. But yeah, basically what I did for this guy, the pattern is a little more complicated because of the stripes.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't just want to glue them on because I felt that looked a little lazy, you know? I wanted to make it look good.
Oh, yeah, that definitely looks really good.
And that's how I ended up getting this to work, I guess.
Honestly, again, like, I know Biz talked about it several times, but in, like, several of the plushes, she talked about having, like, the weighted beads in the bottom. For something like this, especially, like, with how lopsided, you know, this plushie is, I would have almost imagined you'd put more weight in, like, one of Balloon Boy's legs just to kind of, like, balance him out a little bit more.
Yes, basically what I did was I just cut up the normal body pattern into a bunch of different sections, and that took a while to sew, and honestly I didn't think it was gonna work this well. You can see a little bit of the seams, and that is my fault. I was kind of rushing it, but you know, I think I did pretty good.
No, definitely.
Here we have the pants. They're just like a normal blue, like a royal blue kind of color, and then we have his brown feet. As we go around, we can see more of the stripes. His hands are just the beige color, and
honestly, seeing these, like, I honestly do feel bad, because, like, you see what, you know, FNAF fans could have had throughout all this time, and yet here we have, like, the Funko plushes just sitting there being, and you see these, like, little masterpieces that are, like, fully real and possible to make.
he has his balloon sign. Basically it's just a piece of felt that I made into a tube, and then I attached this like harder felt onto it, and then wrote balloons on there. And then the actual balloon is just like like an oval kind of shape, with this little stick right here that I stuffed, and I had to heavily stuff it so I could like stay up, you know. Originally I was gonna add a magnet into the balloon so you can kind of separate the balloon from the head, but then I figured, like, why would I do that? Because I mean, it would still be on the hand, you know, like you can't.
Yeah, and that would just mean that, like, all of the weight of the balloon was on the hand and on, like, this one part. Here, with you literally attaching it to the head, that at least means that there's another point of contact, so, you know, it's a bit more structurally sound.
And completely take it off. But yeah, moving on to the face, I think his facial features are a lot more cute and a lot less jarring than the Funko one. The teeth, for example, the teeth on this one are a lot more sectioned and
Yeah, I swear, this balloon boy looks like a drug addict. I wouldn't let him near my children. This one is adorable.
a lot creepier looking, but the teeth on the Bizabizow design are a lot nicer and a lot cuter, in my opinion. You also have his red cheeks, his hair that goes all the way around, and then last but not least, you have his hat, which is like a 3D part. It's not like sewn into the pattern, as you guys can see. You can kind of see like
there's actual depth,
I guess. But I also cut up that pattern into a bunch of different sections so I could do the stripes on the hat. And then last but not least, we have his propeller. It's just a piece of felt with this yellow dot right here and this white stem looking thing. But yeah, here's Balloon Boy. I think I did a really good job in
it looks really good.
But let me know what you guys think. And with that annoyance out of the way, let's move on to the next character and play the music.
God, look at that.
Oh shit, it's the birdie from Five Nights at Freddy's.
So the next character that we got is Withered Chica, and this is a bit of a strange one since Withered Chica doesn't have a Funko counterpart, but it does have a Funko adjacent counterpart, and that's with Xmark Global. And I think this is gonna
When did that become a thing? Okay.
be a very hard competition because the Xmark plush is really, really well done. Basically, Xmark Global is a company that strives to do more accurate plushies than Funko, but still in the Funko kind of style. And I think they did an amazing job with this Withered Chica. Bizabizow's design, however, is a lot more, I guess, game accurate because of the open mouth. Withered Chica has a gaping open mouth, and Bizabizow included that into the design, and I think it looks really good. And this was one of the harder ones to replicate because of all those the open mouth, I guess. It's a lot to explain, but here, let me just jump right into it.
Come on, let's see what the real thing looks like.
A little further. Here is my Withered Chica, and I think this has got to be my favorite. I don't know, it's tough between this one and the next one that I'm gonna show. I'm not gonna spoil it, but
okay.
I really like this Withered Chica. But here, as a comparison, of course, we're gonna do the Xmark Global plush, and here it is. As I said, Xmark does a really good job in replicating the Funko style, but making it more accurate. But this isn't about Xmark. It's about Bizabizow's designs. But this plush is really good. No complaints whatsoever. But yeah, here we have the plush, and the...
Honestly, again, very good. I like it. My only complaint would be how you did, like, the wires around the side. Like, I'd imagine, you know, instead of it just being, you know, a single piece of fabric with, like, lines on it, it'd be more, like, ruffled. Like, it would, if it was a single piece, it would be kind of, like, folded and sewed, so it looks like multiple wires and stuff like that. Though I can very much imagine why you wouldn't have wanted to do that, just because of how, like, time-consuming and repetitive something like that would have been.
The first thing you might notice is that the open mouth is, it's very accurate to the games.
Yeah, open!
Basically, what I did here was, I put a piece of cardboard behind here so you can't, so it doesn't puff out, you know what I mean? And I also put pieces of cardboard, on the bottom of the mouth and the top. But I think it looks really, really nice. Her jaw is a little, like, facing down, like this part. I wish it was more like this, but I'm not complaining. We have her feathers that are a lot more accurate than the Funko, like,
Very
weird,
nice, very nice.
I guess it's like one sheet of felt feathers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then she has her crazy looking eyes, with this, like, thread that goes all the way around. I did get a little lazy, I gotta admit, and I didn't embroider the eyes. And I kind of just, like, got the string and just wrapped it around the felt. But I think it still gives off the same kind of, like, look, you know?
Yeah, a little
she
bit,
also
yeah.
got her little, like, nostrils? Yeah, those are nostrils. And her teeth. She's got all the features that Withered Chica does, and I think this is probably one of, like, the most impressive ones that I've made in the Bizabizow line because of the pattern. I think I did really, really good on the pattern. But enough glaze. Let's just move on to the body. So we got just a...
And you got the broken arms with, you know, the wires coming out of them. You got the stitch marks. Does she not have any stitch marks on the back? Just only on the arm? I would have thought she'd have more. Or at least, like, one more, like, right here or something like that.
A Sanchi body, but with the arms a little shorter than usual, just because Withered Chica is missing her hands. And as you can see, I split the hand part of the pattern in half because I needed to stick these wires in here. Basically, this is just like thread, or I don't know what it's called, but
it's like cord or something.
Put it into the pattern and then sewed it into there and singed off the tips of it so then it wouldn't, like, unravel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did that with a lighter, so if you're gonna do that, be very, very careful because
Yeah, always make sure you have a cup of water on hand. I know I've had to do that. I've said before, I'm a scout, and the number of times I've done that where, like, oh, we have this one piece of rope that's too long, so we need to cut it. But it's like, you need to, you know, tie up, you need to prepare the end so it doesn't unravel on you. And if you're doing, like, a natural rope, you have to, like, there's this whole process of doing it, like if it's a natural hemp rope. But if it's like a plastic one, just make sure to singe it. Make sure you have water to, like, dunk it in or pour on it so it doesn't, you know, continue to burn.
I burned myself a couple times.
Oh, God, yeah.
But yeah, she's got the embroidery withering all around her body. Not too much withering on this one, actually. But then I also split the leg pattern just so you can have her, like, orange part of her feet. And
yeah.
I made this bib all on my own. I don't think it's the best bib, but I think it does the job, like, well done.
So I'm gonna guess that this is, like, he just, like, cut the bib and then, like, drew on it. I mean, like, the letters are drawn. It looks like the confetti is, like, glued on or something. But yeah, that looks very good. I like that.
The Let's Eat it's okay. It could be better. It looks a little messy, but you know what I mean. And I think the little, like, confetti parts of her bib look not too bad. Just, it could be better. Until I figure out how to make better bibs, I guess this is just what I'm gonna go with. But yeah, here is Withered Chica. I think I did really, really good on this one.
Yeah, looks good.
Here, let me put her next to Withered Freddy, just so you can see the two Withereds next to each other. I think they look very cool next to each other and very, very accurate.
Yeah, it looked very nice.
Honestly, Withered Chica's got to be one of my favorite characters, just because I really like the design, and honestly, it was one of the most fun ones to make. But of course, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below.
Really makes me think now, is Bizabizow gonna do a FNAF 2 movie plush video where she redoes and updates her FNAF 2 plushes now?
And let's move on to our fourth character. So in this
Bonnie.
video, we've already had 2
Okay.
toys and 1 withered, but the question is, how do we go from here? Like, where do we go? And honestly, my mind went straight to the nightmares, and that is why we have Nightmare
God.
Bonnie for this one. I think the Funko plush it's alright. It's really basic. I don't think it really looks like Nightmare Bonnie.
No, I mean, it looks like something. I don't know what it looks like, but it looks like something.
Especially in the coloring and the shape of the head, of course, but I don't know, this character is not really well done in blush form, but Bizabizow's design is phenomenal.
God, yeah.
And very complex, and it kind of scared me at first, but you know, I decided to just jump straight in.
Hey, I mean, you've done great work before. Like, unless this is going to be like the first one that turns into utter garbage, like, given the past precedent you've shown, I don't think that's going to happen.
Because I felt like this guy is one that will, like, I guess, teach me how to do other characters like Nightmare Fredbear and Nightmare Foxy, more complicated characters like that, you know. But yeah, I think I did a pretty good job. I think this is my most impressive one. And I know I keep saying that, but I keep upping the ante with these characters, honestly.
As you should.
I think besides Springtrap, this is the one that used the embroidery the most, and I think it probably uses it the best. But here, let me just show you, and then you guys can make up your own minds about this. Here we have Nightmare Bonnie, and I think this one is amazing.
Again, looks really good. Again, you got the plastic dog nose. Yeah, honestly, like, look at that. Very nice. Very nice.
I know I pat myself on the back quite often, but I think I did really, really, really good on this one. I think the shape is spot on to the concept, and I think everything about this guy is just amazing. But yeah, here, let me just compare him to the Funko one. Of course,
God.
the Funko one is a lot smaller and not as much withering, you know.
That is pathetic.
It is purple
That is
and
really
not blue,
pathetic.
and then it has this weird metallic material for the teeth.
As Bizabizow described it, the duct tape mouth.
Which, I mean, it's alright, but it's not Nightmare Bonnie. But I think this guy is the true rendition of what Nightmare Bonnie as a plush should be. But let me just get into how I made it. The pattern for the head was actually very, very complicated, and I tried to make it a lot rounder. Let me explain what I mean by that. So, with, where did he go? Well, I can't find him, but with Withered Freddy, the back of his head was a lot flatter, if that makes sense, because I wasn't really good at making the patterns a lot more like soft and puffy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with this guy, I try to go like with that rounder look, just so it looks a lot better and a lot more accurate to the design. And I think I did that really well. The color is amazing. I think I nailed the colors. I wish this purple was like a little less vibrant and a little more like pale, but I think it works, you know. But yeah, let me just get into the further details of this guy. We have his eyes with the black rim, I guess you would call it, behind the gray part of it. He has his purple eyes with the 2 white dots. He has some embroidery on his head that's a little hard to tell, but
yeah, that is like I'm looking, and like there are a few things I could complain about with this plush. I mean, yeah, like the stitch marks, like here showing the withering and damage, like they are definitely like really close. Like honestly, if you had gone for something darker, that sticks out against the color, that might have worked better.
You know, it's there. And then of course he has this like endoskeleton part popping out, and honestly this was the hardest part because this took me forever. For some reason this felt and the blue but this fleece and the blue fleece combined was super thick, so I couldn't get my needle straight through, you know. But I did end up persevering, and I think
Wait, did you just sew on another layer on top of the blue? Because honestly, like, I mean, again, I'm talking as if I would have done it, but like, if I was designing this, I would have like cut out the piece and then just straight up replaced it. So that way you only had to deal with the one. Or are you talking about purely just on the edges of where they overlap so you can actually sew them together?
it looks really nice. He's got another embroidered piece right here on the back of his head. He's got his ears with the 3 sectioning. think it looks really nice. He has the little like bent part of it right
Yeah.
here. He has his whiskers that are just made out of felt. He has a foxy nose because Bizabizow specifically said that she wanted like I guess a more dog-like nose for Nightmare Bonnie. At least I'm pretty sure that's what she said. I mean, that's what it looks like in the design, but you know what I mean. I just went with a foxy nose because I think that fitted the best.
Yeah, it works.
There's also some withering right here on the muzzle with 2 little dots right here. He's got his teeth that are just gray felt. He's got this back part with a little bit of like card stock, I guess, in it in the back. I don't know what to call it, but it's just a bit of like hard felt. That's
It
just
works.
back
Again,
there.
it works.
And then he also has his little like chin pieces. And a bit of withering right there. Moving on to the body, he's just a blue Sanchi pattern, but with a bunch of withering. You can see that all the way around. He's got a lot of embroidery withering. He's got his like claws right here.
The claws, yeah.
His red bow tie.
Again, like out of like all the design choices, having that little bit on the hands just to symbolize the actual claws is just such a nice and like simple little touch. Like I honestly love just the little detail. Like I said it before when I watched, you know, Biz doing the design, but again, like it's just like all the little things. The fact that you can like that you're able to make these like nightmare murder monsters actually look cute and adorable and like I want a little one in my house. Like that's honestly insane. The fact you're able to do that and still have them be fully recognizable as to what character they like originally were.
And this endo piece that like, so basically Nightmare Bonnie has like a ripped part of like his chest right in the middle.
Yeah, where you see the endoskeleton.
Replicated the design very well because Bizabizow basically just did this. So I think it looks really, really good. I had a lot less trouble with this part of the embroidery than this top part, but yeah, I think I did really, really good. That's pretty much it for this guy. I think he looks amazing. This is probably like my favorite one that I've made. But I mean, Withered Cheek is a very close second, but I think this guy's amazing. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and let's see if Jacko Bonnie comes out as good as this guy. Hopefully we can replicate the pattern well, but yeah, that's for another day. So with Nightmare Bonnie out of the way, we move on to our final character. Roll the music.
I lost 3 of my babies!
Tragic. I've got triplets myself. I don't know what I'd do if I lost them. Good thing I'm a responsible parent. You should try it sometime.
Nightmare Freddy.
So, for the final character, a little underwhelming because of a key feature, which I'll get into later, but...
Oh, you're not gonna have the magnetically attached frettles, are you? Oh.
It is Nightmare Freddy. I think this guy, like the Funko plush, isn't that good at all.
No.
It's very bright when Nightmare Freddy's supposed to be a dark brown. This guy is very, very, very bright, and I don't think it does the actual character justice. And then the withering is also very weird and complicated, to be honest. Just a weird plush in general. But the Bizabizow, I keep messing that up. But the Bizabizow design,
you're not the only one,
is phenomenal, and I think it looks great. The withering looks great. The colors are amazing, and the shape overall is good. And I think my rendition is pretty accurate, but I will get into some things that I noticed that I thought could have been better. I should have ended with Nightmare Bonnie being the last one, but I felt like Nightmare Freddy had to be the last one because there's a little bit more anticipation with this guy. But yeah, I'll explain what I mean right now. Let me just show you. So here we have Nightmare Freddy, and I know he's missing the Freddle. I will add it eventually. I basically just ran out of time and got a little lazy, so I didn't add it. But once we make the actual Freddle, I'll add it on there. But yeah, here's Nightmare Freddy, and here he is compared to the Funko plush.
Again, it's like, it is just like literal night and day. Like, again, no like weird duct tape mouth, like actual teeth, like, and the fact, like, I just only realized now, why is the damaged ear like mirrored on the Funko plush? Why? when it's the other ear on Nightmare Freddy. I was about to say Funtime Freddy, but
Here's Nightmare Freddy, and here he is compared to the Funko plush. Ew.
God, yeah.
But yeah, here we have Nightmare Freddy with his orange eyes, all the withering that goes all the way around his body, and basically is just everywhere.
Yeah.
I did make him a darker brown than the concept, but I think this is a more accurate color, you know what I mean? And this brown is also a little brighter than I would have wanted, but, you know, I think it looks pretty good. He has his torn...
I mean, having contrast is, you know, necessary. I mean, and you're also limited to, like, what your local fabric store even had in stock.
Off ear with the 2 wires. His hat, that is a lot more spongy because I reinforced it with 2 circles instead of just one thin one like Funko does.
God, yeah.
And then he has a nose, like a little plastic nose. He has his teeth that are just gray felt, basically.
Yeah.
The cardboard in the back of the mouth, just so it doesn't like protrude out. The body is just a Sanchi body with a bit of embroidery everywhere. He has his claws, the embroidery that goes around his waist, and this part is the most complicated part of this plush because of the embroidery right here. I basically had to section off pieces of Nightmare Freddy's belly, so then you could see the endoskeleton and just the normal regular color, so it doesn't like, I don't know. It was just a little complicated, but you know, we pushed through. He also has his bow tie.
I mean, you're looking at it and like, again, like the way on the drawing, it looks like it goes all the way up, but here you can see it very much stops. So, I mean, that is, you know, something different.
And a bit more withering on the body. I think this guy's really cool, but honestly, Nightmare Bonnie clears. I think Nightmare Bonnie's a lot better than Nightmare Freddy. I probably should have ended with Nightmare Bonnie, but you know, you gotta end with the Freddy. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, that's basically my 2 nightmares. I think they look amazing. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of Nightmare Freddy, and tell me how disappointed you are it doesn't have the Freddle. I swear,
you will
guys,
never
I'll
live
add
this
the
down
Freddle eventually. But yeah, just roll the music and let's get this over with. So, with these 5 finally done and out in the world, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for the support on the TikTok shorts and the reels, you know, all that sort of thing. But yeah, let me know who you guys want to see in the comments down below. I want to challenge myself a little more. I think Nightmare Fredbear might be in the next video. We'll see. But yeah, just let me know who you guys want to see, and I'll see you all in the next one. Last thing, Bizabizow, keep up the good work. These characters are amazing as plush forms, and I think you're doing a really, really good job with them, and I can't wait to see what you do with Sister Location, specifically things like Ballora. But yeah,
this video did come out a year ago, so yeah.
To make a video about Sister Location before my next video comes out, then I'll add in some Sister Location characters. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
Okay, so yeah, again, another good video, and again, more wonderful designs. I'm gonna have to look, has he made any more? Because, like, I'm looking at his channel, and he has made, like, other FNAF plushies, but I don't think he's made another Bizabizow plushie video. Huh. I mean, looking at some of these thumbnails, they look really good. Okay. Oh, doughy. Okay. Interesting. I love these. So if you like this video, you know, go down, you know, support Swifty, because those were very good plushes. And just, you know, it is just phenomenal to see Biz's designs actually, like, made in real life. Like, it is honestly astonishing. But yeah, that is definitely going to be it for now. So yeah, I hope you guys liked. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.